Um, yeah, super excited to have everyone here today. We have this all recorded, so you can check out our YouTube at the very end. And yeah, if you have comments or questions, we will answer them at the very end. So let's get this rolling. Next slide, please. So what is Creative Labs? Creative Labs is this amazing organization that we're a part of. And I can't go into explaining what CL is without showing off our team. So next slide, please. This is our amazing team. We have a lot of people. Anyone that does not have that has a camera on is on our team. They're fantastic. My name is Brian. I am one of the executive directors this year with Sam, who you'll meet later on. But yeah, super excited for everyone to be here to learn more about CL. Next slide, please. So what is CL? CL is it's very vague what we have here, but it's just this community of UCLA creatives, and we just do a bunch of cool stuff every quarter. Generally, the way we do these is by having projects that are all student run, and students just come to us with project ideas that explore their passions and explore weird, fun things, and we basically give them the reins to and the platform to showcase who they are and what their project is to the rest of you guys. So you'll have projects that come up, and you guys will hopefully be able to be part of those projects. We also have something new this quarter called Bloom, which Sam and Justine will talk about in the future. Next slide, please.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Brian. So hi, everyone. My name is Maggie, and I'm this year's lead project manager. So I'll be talking a little bit about the heart of CL, which are our community-centered projects. So next slide, please. For everyone that's new to CL, I noticed that there's a lot of first years in chat. Here's a breakdown of everyone who's involved with the projects. So one, you have the project managers like me. We also have two other project managers, Kaylee and Henry. I don't think Kaylee was able to make it today, but Henry, if you want to introduce yourself, feel free to.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Maggie. I'm Henry. I'm one of the PMs, so I'm a third year CS major, and I was actually a previous project lead. So yeah, nice to meet everybody.
Okay, and basically project managers, we're a part of CL's internal team. We're the main point of contact between basically the internal team as well as the project teams. And basically we help out with the logistics of the projects, like helping out leads when they come across technical hurdles in the project and making sure that everyone finishes in on time. And we also help to document the work of these wonderful projects every quarter as well. And second, we have our project leads, and these are the ones who come up with the project ideas and lead the teams for the quarter. And they're the ones responsible for their own projects as well as the project members that they bring in. And they work in conjunction with their members in order to finish the project. And last but not least, the project members, who is the team that makes the idea come to life. These are the designers, the developers, artists, writers, everyone who make the project possible. And the roles of the project members vary from quarter to quarter and from project to project. And the project leads will be talking more about their projects coming up, as well as who they're looking for if you're interested in joining. Next slide. Project member applications are going to open at the end of General Meeting 1 and will be open until Wednesday, October 7th, 11:59 p.m. So feel free to take the time this weekend to look over the app, fill it out. You'll have a lot of time before Wednesday. And just some additional information about the application process is that project leads are the ones who decide who they're going to be accepting for their project teams. So people like me and other people on board don't have a say in who gets in. And the project leads are going to be the ones reading your applications, interviewing you, and deciding who joins the team. And on the application, you will get a choice to choose and rank your projects. So your first choice project is guaranteed to look at your application. But don't forget that you also have second and third choices as well. And this might sound obvious, but most importantly, please apply to the project that you'll enjoy working on the most. We want everyone to have fun, and being able to finish the project by the end of the quarter is an added bonus, not necessarily the ultimatum. Next slide. So for fall 2020, we have 4 projects, and here are the projects in order of when they'll be speaking. And I will hand it over to Andrew, who's the project lead for Trace LA.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Andrew. I'm a second-year computer science student. This quarter, I'll be building a mock contact tracing web application for COVID-19. So if you can imagine some sort of integrated web dashboard that some sort of administrator or public health official could use to monitor the spread of COVID-19. This dashboard would be able to take input from a number of data sources, such as symptom questionnaires, location logs, housing assignments, etc. And the output would be various visualizations and analytical tools that could accomplish a few things. Number one, it could help identify individuals with the highest risk of transmitting COVID-19 and just selecting individuals to be tested. So why is this project unique? So there's quite a few interesting features that could be added onto this project. For those interested in data visualization, I was envisioning creating some sort of heat map or 3-dimensional model of UCLA to visualize the kind of heat spots of COVID-19 cases and risk. And for those more interested in sort of data science and machine learning sort of thing, we can work on integrating more disparate sources of information, for instance, photos captured on campus that are like unidentified. And it could lend itself to kind of projects such as trying to figure out a way to model the spread of COVID-19 or predict what's the risk of catching or infecting other individuals. And I guess next slide. Yeah, so I'm looking for a team of 5 to 6, mostly web developers who have experience in some part of the stack. And I'm looking for one designer who can help design the website and create some sort of prototypes and wireframes. If you aren't familiar with some of these technologies, I'm mainly looking for either experience or I guess passion to learn these technologies on the job. So next slide.
Okay, so it seems like our project lead Daniel isn't in Zoom yet, so I'll be speaking on his behalf. So this is The Yellow Springs, a story-based adventure game that tells the story of a man coming to terms with his own death. As he explores the afterlife, he meets characters, recollects memories, and reflects on the past, and the game is planning to shoot for 1 to 2 hours. Next slide. So, I don't know if the slides are showing up properly for everyone. Okay, so The Yellow Springs, they're looking for developers and artists with experience using Unity and/or Blender, and for anyone interested in game dev and video games in general. Next slide.
Hi, I'm Hubert. I'm a second-year computer science major, and so I'll be leading We Choose. Basically, We Choose is just like a Tinder-like app to really help friends and family have a fun and easy way to pick a restaurant nearby. Because we aim to resolve the problem of indecisiveness when you're making decisions in a group and no one can figure out a place where to eat. So that's the purpose of our app. And actually, over the summer, I've worked with 2 other developers to create like a working prototype. So you can like add friends, create an account, and start swiping. And so the plan for this coming quarter is to really expand upon those features that will bring this app closer to production and just make the experience so much better. So yeah, if you have a great passion for food, cute graphics, or just looking to create an app to eventually hope launch in the App Store, come join us. And next slide. Yeah, so I'm mainly looking for 1 to 2 front-end developers who have some experience with React Native or just JavaScript, 1 to 2 backend developers in general backend development and database design, and then 1 to 2 designers who have some experience in wireframing or just really want to work on the graphic design part of this project. yeah, I'm done.
Hello. So me and my co-lead Adi, we're gonna be leading the project Are You Hungry? So when we were trying to come up with an idea, we were kind of just like talking about what we sort of miss in a virtual time like this, right? And so I think what both of us thought of is specifically just food, because a lot of us we order takeout nowadays, and obviously we're like scrolling to our phone and trying to like order things, and it's very descriptive and wordy, and we tend to not be able to actually see how the end product looks, right? And sometimes it doesn't end up looking how you want it to look. And so we thought of incorporating AR into food to make it a more like sort of hands-on and illustrative experience. And so our app it basically just tends to do that. It aims to do that, and it basically will render meals from your favorite restaurants in augmented reality, and it presents you like with a more just visual display of the food, which we feel is a lot more user friendly and just more appealing. So yeah, Adi, if you want to take over.
Yeah, so hey guys, I'm Aditya. You can call me Adi for short. Yeah, so pretty much everything that Roshni said about our app. Like I guess like in the future we plan to maybe expand it so that it becomes a more curated app experience. Because I guess right now, whenever we order meals, we essentially always go to the restaurant first. We choose a restaurant and then we order a meal from that restaurant. We want to bring food to the attention, so maybe show like different foods to people, maybe in a curated list that reflects like the user's like food preferences, like over time as you use the app more. And then yeah, so we like obviously AR is gonna be like a big part of our like entire app. AR is like a really cool new technology that's really shaping the future as we keep moving forward. So yeah, next slide, I guess. So yeah, so we need, so we're planning on using iOS and Swift specifically for the time being, just because iOS has like a really robust AR framework. So we're looking for around 2 to 3 iOS developers, maybe more if we deem it necessary, and a UI UX designer who can like come up with a pretty good user interface and user experience. But yeah, I think that's about it for our app.
Hi, I'm Sam, the other director of CL along with Brian. And today I'm going to be talking about the other opportunities that students have beyond projects. Next slide. So if you don't know already, we have our Intro to Design and Development Fellowship in partnership with ACM Hack. So the CL team will be going over the design workshops, and ACM will be hosting the development workshops. All Bruins are welcome and no experience necessary. When you apply, we don't ask for your resume. And to find out more, you can visit bloom.creativelabsucla.com, or you can attend our info session next Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we have a little sneak peek of the first workshop.
Hi, thanks, Sam. Next slide, please. Cool. Hi, everyone. I'm Justine. This is super exciting. I'm on board for Creative Labs, and I was last year's executive director. I've been a project lead, and I've been like a member on projects before. I can already tell you guys it's been the best decision of my UCLA experience so far. So I'm glad everyone, all 195 of you guys are here. A little bit about me. I used to be a piano performance major, so you truly can get started anywhere. I'm a product designer now, or like UX designer. I'll be at Microsoft next year, and I'm teaching the first like Bloom workshop on storytelling. And I know what you might be kind of thinking right now, like, isn't storytelling for kids? Isn't that something you don't do in college? But this is a kind of a different kind of storytelling, the kind that like makes people want to like listen to you, to like hear your story, look down, scroll on your portfolio or your website when you like apply to internships or something. And it's not only about the pretty pictures on screen, but the core substance you're providing in your projects. So whether you want to be a product or UX designer or a developer, your ideas won't shine through without compelling communication. So that communication can come in like different forms like storytelling. So I'll be teaching a storytelling workshop week 2. So it's like a week and something away from now. And I'll teach you how to use Figma. That's the design software that a very industry standard UX designers use. And it's like you don't have to have any experience. We'll be collaborating, learning how to storyboard, how to tell your story, and then turn your ideas tangible using design and development to put into that portfolio piece or like your website or whatever you want at the end. Next slide, please. So right now, like think about like one TED Talk you've watched before. I love TED Talks. Anything that resonated with you, or maybe one inspirational person in your life that you always love to talk to, or any video or YouTube or whatever like draws you in. And I want to help you have that, like make your project and make your story look really cool, whether this project you're entering this fellowship for yourself or it's for your ultimate career, or you just want to explore a different thing with Creative Labs. Like I want you like to be proud of it after you come out of this fellowship. So I wanted to bring you along in the journey with the first step with storytelling, how to build your first project. And yeah, with that being said, I'm really excited. Creative Labs invited me to host this workshop, the first workshop. So I hope to see you guys Monday of week 2. So cool, thanks.
Hello, my name is Arjun. I am a 4th year CS major, and I am the head of the dev team, internal dev team on board. And I'm here to tell you, hey, you saw those projects, super cool projects. You saw Bloom, wonderful program, but those aren't the only opportunities you have. You can join us. You can join board. You can join the roles you see on this slide. I'm not going to read off what's on the slide. You can read that for yourself. I'm going to tell you that I highly, highly recommend joining board. I joined like two or 3 quarters ago, and it has been a fantastic experience. I love everyone on the team. They're wonderful people. And yeah, that's all I have to say. You can join dev, you can just join design, marketing, external, and projects. And if you do want to apply, there's our email. You could also maybe hit us up on the Discord, but probably email us. That would be better, more professional. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Arjun.
Wait, I have a question to ask everybody. So can I can I have everybody type in the chat chunky or smooth?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Someone said allergic. So it's confused.
Wait, someone's asking to go back to the previous slide. Okay.
Oh, this is your email. I see. Awesome.
If you guys have any other questions, please drop them in the chat and we'll answer them right now. Also follow our Instagram and Facebook for more updates because we don't have a mailing list. I guess that's it.
Yeah. If anyone has questions, please drop them in the chat. I think someone asked me whether or not I think they're from a different time zone. So they're asking whether or not we would post any of this. So we're starting a YouTube channel. Subscribe, like and subscribe and hit that bell icon. But yeah, we'll post all of this. What do we do for the next hour and 20 minutes? That is a fantastic question. Let's break out. Let's create the breakout rooms right now.
Answer the questions. Brian.
What other questions?
Look at it. The chat.
Oh my God.
We're in the process of making a mailing list. If you want to join Creative Labs board, you can help us make that. Also, I made the logo. Can people who are doing the Bloom Fellowship be a part of the project if they don't know web or app?
That's the YouTube channel.
Yeah, so for Bloom, the target audience is beginners. We're trying to give you guys like the tools you need to get started on web development, and it'll mainly be focused on web development throughout the quarter. So yeah, for that, design's doing a design track, and then Hack's going to be taking over the web track. We're calling it Hack School just to keep consistent with the other years. So yeah.
Yeah, and then for project-specific questions, please ask P leads, because we don't.
got a question from, oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go.
Oh, sorry, we got a question from Ritu. Do project members reapply each quarter?
Okay,
Yes.
I can take, yes.
Oh, please, Maggie.
Yes, project members do reapply just because every quarter we do different projects. So you'll want to apply for whichever project that you want to choose because not every project continues on. If a team does continue on and you're already on it, then that's a matter between you and the project lead. And I know.
Question from Bryson too. Oh, sorry, Maggie. Keep going.
Oh, no, go ahead. Answer Bryson's question first.
Okay. Do we fill out the CL application for Bloom, or do we just need to fill out the Bloom application? It's
Okay. Yeah. I'm guessing by the Creative Labs application, you're referring to the project member one. So those two are like two different programs that CL is hosting. Bloom is more of this program where it's like a mini CL experience, but you spend most of the time learning how, like the basics of web dev or web design, whichever track you choose, or if you want to do both. I think it's really great for people who want to just get started, like learning more about web design, web dev, like what we do as an organization. So I think hopefully that answers your question, Bryson. They're two separate things, and you're welcome to apply for both if you choose. And yes, so to answer Sarah's question, you can apply to both.
Justine, do you want to moderate the questions?
Yeah, I gotcha. And then for Darren's question, is experience needed to join the project teams?
Maggie, do you want to take this?
Yep, so for project teams, that depends on the project lead and the project that you want to apply to. You'll notice that after all the project leads have talked a little bit more about their projects, you'll realize that they're trying to find different people to fill in different roles. So it really just depends on the role that you're trying to apply for. Some are more beginner friendly and some are more for experienced people.
And Josh's question, oh no, if we apply, are we competing with the 170 other people in this Zoom?
Maybe.
Potentially.
If everyone applies to the same thing, then maybe.
We look for passion above all else, so don't worry, Josh Lee, you're chill.
Yeah.
But if
maybe Maggie.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Maggie can like give some pointers, or like any of the PMs can give some pointers on like applying.
Oh yes, yeah, what to include, how to stand out in your application.
Yeah, I can take this. So basically, when you apply to being a project member, make sure to like think about your past experiences and what you're interested in learning. Keep in mind that you don't need to have all the experiences that like it lists for applying to projects, but be willing to keep an open mind about like be really passionate, like show that on your app you're willing to put in commitment and time to like learn these new technologies or like learn these new skills. And you may not even need like all their experiences to get accepted. And again, like I think as Justine said, we take passion out of everything and put effort into your app.
Yeah, to add on to Henry, I personally joined CL with relatively no experience and like no portfolio, and here I am now.
Yeah, same. I came from piano performance, and my first club I ever joined was actually CL, and they accepted me. So I think that speaks to the broad spectrum of applicants.
Yeah, I was also an aerospace engineering major before switching to CS, and yeah, CL was also my first club as well.
Same here.
Drew has a question. Can we, for the project applications, can we fill the application with just a single choice?
If you're only interested in applying for one project, you can feel free to, although I do recommend that if you're interested, do definitely choose different projects for your other choices, because honestly, you'll never know what project you'll land up in, and you never know if you'll end up liking it.
Maria has a question. Is the application for Bloom competitive?
I can take this one. No, just we're really looking to teach as many people as we can. One of the big tenets of what we want to do with CL this year is just to just give our resources and as much of that experience of building a project and learning how to do it with other cool people, to as many people as possible. So yeah, I would highly recommend applying to Bloom and just coming to our info session next Wednesday. I'm sure you've seen it on Facebook. We've been pushing it pretty hard. But yeah, check out our website for updates. But yeah, you should definitely apply.
Helen has a question too. Yeah, this is also for Bloom, which is we do have an info session next week. For Bloom, are we actually doing a project or just attending workshops? That's a good question.
It depends how you want to approach the program. You can complete the project at the end and have a portfolio presentation, or you can just attend the workshop. It all depends on your time commitment.
Yeah. That being said, though, I think sorry, let me just finish this real quick, and Eugene, you can add on to this. But I think one of the biggest things about CL is building that project with someone else. So if you do come to Bloom, it's highly recommended that you take what we've taught you, what Justine has taught you, and build something that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you guys should be set after Justine.
What? Sorry, if anyone's not familiar with what a portfolio is, I know I mentioned it, and it's just kind of your own personal website, whether you're a designer or a product designer, UX, or developer. You'll go through a lot of projects, and it's just kind of a place, your own website. You can put an entire documentation of your project, whether you want to send it to a recruiter when you're interviewing for internships, to sending an application. It can be for you or for your eventual career growth. So I think everyone, yeah, Brian, Sam, Maggie, me, all in the spotlight thing, we all have portfolios ourselves. So and okay, Amy has a question. How many spots are open for Bloom?
Unlimited, right?
Yeah,
I don't think we have a cap, pretty much.
We don't have a cap.
One of the benefits about being on the virtual platform is there's no room cap or anything. So we're looking to teach as many people and expose as many people to web and design as we can. So feel free to join. It'll be lit.
Sorry, if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, Sonika. I got here late. Is Creative Labs mostly computer science majors, or is it computer science based or engineering focused?
Great question. I mean, we could even just run through what our majors are. I think no, we all come from different backgrounds, and I think that's actually why I joined CL. I joined CL because I was in a project that had a bunch of different majors in it, and it exposed me to a lot of different thinking. But the whole premise of CL is just we started off as the intersection of tech and design, an oldie for the people on board. But basically now we've just become a place where people can go to build their passions and explore that. So right now we're focusing on a big part of that is expressing ourselves through CS and design, but pretty much anyone can learn these skills. And we want to import that idea onto as many people as possible, that you can learn how to design, you can learn how to be a dev. And yeah, we're here to teach everyone.
Oh, also keep in mind that projects in the past have not just been dev and design. I mean, I believe once when I was a project lead, one of the other projects in my cohort, I guess, or like quarter, was like this beanbag, and they needed like other majors to like, of course, build a beanbag because it's not all CS or programming, but yeah.
We've had music projects too,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
that's really
We had
cool.
writing ones.
We've definitely had a huge range of projects varying from writing ones, music ones, art or magazine related ones. All of the projects just depend on who applies as a project lead for that quarter.
Yes, Tanaya has a question. Is Bloom individual or will people be put into groups?
It's a lovely question. Sam, you want to take it?
Yeah, okay. If you attend our info session next week, we'll go into depth about that question, but you can take on the project alone. You can also take it on with your friends, or you can join our group formation session and we'll pair you with strangers based on similarities.
Jacob B has a question. Do you have any year-long or 2-quarter-long projects?
I can take this. So again, this also depends on the project leads, whether or not they decide to extend the projects for much longer than a quarter. Usually CL projects are a quarter long just because it's one person's wacky idea and they just want to see it built that quarter. But if some projects do actually branch out from CL, some of them do go independent from us or they continue with us. Either way, again, that just all depends on the project leads.
And Johan's question has already been answered in the chat, but just to reiterate, yes, this meeting is recorded. It will be available on our, Sam and Brian, where is this meeting going to be posted?
On our YouTubes, we'll post it later. Depending on how big that file is, it'll come up later tonight or tomorrow.
Awesome.
But we'll make a post about it.
Okay, for sure. On like Facebook or Instagram, yeah, you'll find it there. Oh, Zihao has a question. I can't make it to the Bloom general meeting next Wednesday due to another commitment. What do I have to know?
I think we will be recording that as well.
Yeah. So the answer to that is you have to know that the meeting is recorded.
Thanks, Eugene.
For sure, for sure. Grace says, is Bloom Dev CS focused? Oh, I think we already kind of touched upon that.
Yeah.
But no, it is not only Dev CS focused. Darren, will Bloom workshops always be at 5 to 6 p.m.? Because I have a class that goes to 6 on Monday and Wednesdays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're trying to do it at consistent times. So then if you miss one, you can make the other one. So Mondays, we have design workshops from 5 to 6, or maybe 5 to 7, depends. And on Wednesdays, we have dev workshops from 6 to 8.
Yeah, and these will all be recorded as well. We'll have the material posted as well for you to look at. I think the main benefit of going to these workshops would be just to interact with the mentors and the speaker that we have there. But we want to foster a community where you can build something with someone else. So hopefully as part of this program, you'll meet some new people and build something really cool.
Awesome. And what is it? Avnisha's question was answered in the chat, but the Bloom info session is next Wednesday at 7 p.m. There's a Facebook event, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And Josephine's question, are more people with CS or design experience accepted as project members? Because I'm a bio major with 0 experience. Haha.
So I know a lot of people are concerned about the question of experience. If I have no experience, can I get onto a CL project? And I want to say that we unfortunately cannot guarantee a project team spot for everyone who applies. That's just the nature of having teams. But I do want to say that it all depends on the project leads as well as who they're looking for. Again, passion over everything else. A lot of the project leads strive to include different types of people. And even if you're not the most experienced, if you are able to connect with the project leads in some way, I'd say that is the biggest benefit that can come out of your application or your interview with them. And yeah, I do want to mention though my own personal experience. I'm a cog-sci major and I had no experience in UX design whatsoever, but I applied spring of my first year to Justine's UX design project and I got in. So there's that if you ever want that type of hope. But yeah, again, it really just depends on the project leads.
We don't bite. Yes. Darren says, oh, how many people are on CL board? Yeah, you guys didn't see everyone, but under 20 is Sam's answer. I don't. It was on one of our slides.
I personally don't
count.
I can't.
Yeah, it could be more if you guys apply. Anyways. The Coon Garage has a question. Does your major have an effect on whether or not you'll get in?
Again, major, we just ask you to include it just to know, but it doesn't have an effect. It all boils down to, again, if you have any experience or any like skill sets that the P leads are already looking for, that's great. It's a great bonus. But ultimately, again, project leads decide whether or not they vibe with you.
Vibes. Okay. Amy's question. Oh, this is kind of a good question. How much experience is too much experience for Bloom?
Eugene, you want to hit something with the dev side of it?
Yeah, we can hit the dev side first. We'll be teaching through web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We're planning on keeping it on those. We'll have like pretty advanced courses at the end, some one-off things. We might do like a one-off React workshop. So if you feel really comfortable about those workshops, you might not find that you learn too much, but I mean, at the same time, it's also a really good like refresher almost. So I would still encourage you to apply, but of course, if you have other commitments that take up your time, then that's okay too.
Wanda's question, how big of a club is CL? Just curious.
I don't even know how to answer that.
Justine,
do you know how to answer that?
Biggest club
you
on
have
campus.
a lot of.
Honestly,
Arch
I think
the biggest.
To be honest, I think we pride ourselves with being like I don't want to say it's a non-commitment club, but I think a good thing about us is that you don't need to commit to CL for like, because some people are like, you're so exclusive, so you need to be, you like apply to get in, you're in a whole year or something, you pay fees or whatever like that. But yeah, I don't know how to answer this question either, because we do a bunch of different things, because we try to cater towards like everyone's different situations. If it's like a project, minimum 1 quarter like commitment, usually it's like that. And then we also have, if you're a little bit busier, we have like one-off more like workshops or networking sessions or stuff like that, more of just like anyone can come in, you don't need to be like a member or whatever. But yeah, we don't have a set number, but because anyone's welcome.
Yeah, we do have a lot of fluidity in CL, where like the projects that we see every quarter are like so unique. So I know Kaylee, who's not here today, she's one of the PMs, but she's been like, she's traditionally like a UX designer, but she's done like so much, like so many different things. She did embroidery 1 quarter, I think, for the glove. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of fluidity within CL. So it's really hard to just put a number on it, but big.
Yes, come be a part of our family. For Sarah's question, wait, sorry, are we answering project specific questions right now? She has a question about Yellow Springs. Okay.
Let's do that. Then we can,
I'm not sure if you can answer this one, but it's like for Yellow Springs project, what kind of art style are you looking for?
Daniel here.
I do want to say that for all project-specific questions, feel free to reach out to the project leads, not only right now, but also after the meeting or during your applications. We have all of the project leads' contacts linked, or not linked, but provided in the slides. But if they are here right now, they can feel free to take answers. I don't think Daniel is currently in the Zoom call, so unfortunately, he's not here to answer, but yeah, just send him a DM on Twitter.
Leah's question, are people matched to teams on a rolling basis, or will project leads be looking through all the apps after the deadline?
So project leads are going to be looking at all apps after the deadline. So they are going to consider, first and foremost, everyone's applications who chose their project as first choice. And then if they haven't found their team or prospective project members by then, after looking at all of the first choice applications, then they start looking into the second choice and then the third choice. So it's really important to make sure that you choose the one project that you really want to get into as your first choice, because it guarantees that the lead will look at your application.
I love how this is not a yes or no question, and then Arjun answered yes for this question. So thank you, Arjun, for not being helpful. I'm kidding. Okay. Sherry is asking, what is, quote, some experience with graphic design? I've only had experience making graphics / flyers / thumbnails with Canva.
Oh, is this question specific to projects or Bloom?
I think this is for project, right? I'm not sure if we mentioned, or Sherry, if you're still here. Oh, project.
Project.
Oh, sorry, Arjun. Yeah, project.
Okay, for projects, just depends on which project you want to apply to. Just talk to the P lead.
Yeah. Is there a specific project, Sherry? If they're here, maybe they can answer.
Okay, while we wait for Sherry. Oh, the third one. The third one about food, which was
We choose.
Oh yeah. So I would say some experience. Not completely sure yet. It would just be more based on kind of like your style and the work that you've done. I'll take a look at that and just based off that.
Cool. Thanks, Hubert.
Thanks, Hubert.
Sarah's question, is there stuff to do in CL if you're not on a project team or doing Bloom?
Yes.
On board.
We're planning more workshops outside of Bloom throughout the quarters, so keep an eye out for that. Follow our Instagram for updates.
Yeah. Isaiah's question is, experience with digital art and fine art enough for Yellow Spring? Probably.
He's not here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DM Daniel.
DM him.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. For the trace. Okay. Darren has a question for the Trace LA project. It says that we're trying to identify high-risk locations. What scope of locations are we looking at? Like within UCLA or like California, etc. Andrew's question.
Yeah. So right now I'm planning to do within UCLA. I guess in the future, if we were to expand the project, we could include other locations, but UCLA is the plan for this quarter.
Cool. Thanks, Andrew. Maria asks, can you be on board and be a project member?
Yes, you can. My first quarter with CL was actually that I had simultaneously made it onto board and onto a CL project. So yes, it is definitely possible.
Flex, Maggie. Okay.
Yeah, the all-powerful
awesome
Maggie.
For you. Nikki has a question. By when should we reach out if we want to be on board?
As soon as possible.
Yeah, as soon as possible is the best. Maybe sometime before week 2 if you want to get started right away.
And Karen says, is Bloom offered every quarter?
Eugene, do you want to take this?
Wait, what?
Is Bloom
is Bloom offered every quarter?
Do you guys have plans to?
No.
Okay, then no. This is most likely going to be a one-time thing. We will
I think we'll audit it and figure out.
Well, I have to clarify for the dev side. Hack has been doing the dev track every fall. We've been calling it Hack School. This is the first time we're bringing it into this umbrella fellowship called Bloom. So that will most likely still be here. For Bloom, I mean, once we see how it goes at the end, it's definitely up for discussion. But for now, I think it'll be only this quarter.
Yeah.
Darren asks, can you go back, Joseph, I don't know if you're still there. Can you go back to the slide with info about board? I think it's the board recruitment one, was it?
I think Joseph, you go back to the beginning or the end, sorry.
I think it's the end one with the
first
contact information.
The one Arjun talked about.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joseph.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think one after this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. And yeah, feel free to take a screenshot for right now. Yeah, no problem, Darren. Isaiah says, can you apply for board in the winter or spring instead?
Yeah, you
No.
can. No.
No, I said I said but yeah, I guess no. I don't know.
That sounded like
We haven't thought
no.
this far. Yeah, we're college students. Let's be real. No one has thought this far, so probably.
Yeah, I think we're open to recruitment anytime. It just depends if we like your idea or if we need you.
Just get them away.
Sorry.
Yes,
we don't bite. We don't bite.
Yeah, email us and then we'll schedule an interview.
No.
Casual chat. Casual chat.
Coffee chat.
Coffee chat,
shuffle.
yes.
Coffee chat, yeah.
I think, oh, okay. Next question. Helen says, what's the best way to reach out to you guys if after GM, after today, we have questions about the application? Should I DM you on Instagram or?
Yeah, Instagram.
I just put my email, our email. Instagram DM works too.
Yeah, I think we always check Instagram DMs, but we rarely check.
Discord.
Oh, plug the Discord. Yes.
I was ready.
Oh yes, Discord. Yeah, yes, just so everyone can see the answer too.
Yeah.
If you have a question. Awesome. But cool. I think. Does anyone have any questions still? That was the last one so far. So if anyone wants to quickly ask the question that we haven't answered yet.
The most burning questions.
Oh, I saw a question. I think this was geared towards I guess all you guys. Chunky or smooth?
Oh, for all of us?
I guess.
Oh shoot.
I think.
Should we popcorn this?
Wait, what?
Henry, you need to start.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, dude.
Else.
I love chunky. It's the texture.
You want to pick someone else on board?
Oh yeah, Maggie.
Smooth all the way. I do not want texture in my peanut butter when I'm eating a peanut butter sandwich.
Skippy smooth?
Okay, I'm gonna popcorn it over to our co-director, Brian.
Oh, fantastic. Crunchy all the way. For those who know, the almond cashew butter at B-Plate, it's the best.
Bro, I can
We're
eat a
talking
bowl
about
of
dining
that.
halls.
No,
We're not at school.
We do not speak of B-Plate.
B-Plate's so good. Anyways,
it is so good.
Let's hit Justine.
I hate peanut butter, so none. And popcorn too. Sorry.
Objectively, the worst answer so
Justine.
far.
Okay, Justine, you don't. Aren't you? Wait, don't you not like strawberries or like?
I don't. I've never eaten one before, and I never will. I have a fear. It's called fragoriophobia, the fear of strawberries. We have a question from Avnish, so we're gonna pivot the attention off of me. And before we get back to the rest of the officers, chunky or smooth answer, Avnish says, can you go back a slide to see the roles of officers that we're looking for? Joseph, if you can just do
Joseph,
one,
can we go one to the
back.
left?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Okay, go for it.
All right. You want to hit someone else with their
Justine, what the
chunky
heck?
smooth
No,
preferences?
stop. Oh,
Strawberries,
sorry,
sus,
sorry,
not gonna
sorry.
lie.
Oh no, I'm getting roasted. Yeah, popcorn Sam.
Oh, I like chunky. Chunky peanut butter.
That's the correct answer.
hate this
Everyone
chat.
applying was like, write that down, write that down.
All right, we got another legit question. Sarah says, what kind of other cool shit might Dev be building?
Arjun, do you want to
Oh,
take?
Ooh, sure, yeah. Okay, am I muted? No, I'm not muted. It's hard to say because the answer is pretty much anything. We actually have a project ready for release coming soon. I don't want to spoil it, so I won't tell you, but just keep an eye out. It's very cool. It was very fun to make. But yeah, honestly, I guess the one common denominator between all the projects is just we want stuff that can connect people and just foster that sense of community that at Creative Labs we try to foster so much. So yeah, that's
so poetic.
Thank you. But yeah, I guess, I mean, like I said, the answer is pretty much anything that's cool. We don't do lame shit, I'm telling you that. But yeah, I guess that's a pretty vague answer, and I apologize, but yeah.
Awesome. Ooh,
Check out
little
our, oh wait, that's not our
mysterious.
GitHub.
Okay. Josephine has a question. How formal are the project interviews? Project member interviews. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming for project member interviews, they really depend again on the project leads. I'm sorry, I'm saying this like a broken record, but a lot of these are contingent on the project leads and how they want to approach things. I do want to say though that I don't want anyone to be scared of interviews. It's just about, getting the P leads to know who you are and you getting a chance to talk about some cool things that you've worked on or why you're so passionate to join their project. So really, I don't want that to be a very stressful experience for anyone.
Yeah, for sure. And don't even be afraid of. I know a lot of people are kind of intimidated by oh my God, 195 people were in this Zoom, but the P leads are actually available. They put their contact information so you can message them. I messaged my first ever project as the first year. I messaged the project leads just to get further clarity, and it honestly probably gave me a little bit more visibility to them too. So it doesn't hurt, and it shows your passion too if you're excited about the project.
I agree. Your project leads are all college students just like you. Don't be afraid of them. Just reach out to them and talk to them. They've all provided their contact info.
You know what else you shouldn't be afraid of? Strawberries.
Stop. Stop. Oh my God. Don't make fun of me.
I'm sorry.
Dog.
Ivan is out for you.
Ivan,
I don't even know you. Why are you like this? No, I don't eat acai bowls. I hate fruit. I hate every single fruit. I don't eat them. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Alex.
Bowl.
Man, I'm getting. Thank you, my friends. Sarah has
You
a
just start a
question.
GoFundMe for Justine's
Stop.
fruit
I
phobia.
don't need a GoFundMe. I just let me eat what I want to eat. God. Okay. Sarah has a question. God, how much experience is necessary for board?
It depends. Actually, we look at time commitment rather than experience. Because if you have all this experience but you have no time for us, then what's the point?
Yeah, we're also looking to, I think a lot of us here also want to help out other people. So a lot of us were willing to take in some people who are more willing to learn and just help mentor them through learning what it's like to work at CL. I mean, Arjun's a very talented developer. We have a lot of talented designers on our team. So yeah, we're looking for people who love what they do and want to learn more about it.
I feel attacked in this chat. Where are the legitimate
Justine,
questions?
you are great.
Please.
Don't worry.
No,
We
I
love you,
don't like this.
Christine. I mean, Justine.
You call her Christine?
This is like, no, this is
I
peak
can't English.
Creative Labs vibes right now. Just, yeah, this is what it's like on board. We just like roast each other. I think, Justine, what's my favorite food? This is not a. Okay, now it's a Q&A panel for Justine. Okay. My favorite food is
Get it?
Popeye's fried chicken sandwiches.
Oh my god, that's
Actually?
like anti-fruit.
Yeah.
Wait, actually though?
Yeah. What? Popeye's chicken sandwiches? Yes.
Well, like, isn't that like a recent thing?
Yeah, what did you eat for like the rest of your life?
I like In and Out and stuff, like animal fries, like.
Dude, you just hibernated, waiting for the chicken sandwich.
Oh my god. Natural selection hasn't taken me out, so stop hating, okay?
Ivan said he
Wait,
hatched out of a
I've
10K
actually never.
egg.
I don't think I've ever tried animal style fries before.
You should try it.
Henry, you live near In and Out.
Oh yeah. But
Thank you, Leilani.
All right, spotlight's on Henry now. It's just every board member getting roasted.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't see
So
any
funny.
legitimate questions right now. We should end this.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I think I hopefully if we answered everyone's questions. Yes, thank you, Eugene, for plugging our Discord. If you have more questions about CL board projects, Bloom, or Justine's Fruit Phobia, make sure to drop them in Discord, and we'll hit them. Bloom meets once a week. Ivan, you've asked so many questions about strawberries, and finally about Bloom.
I need the meeting. Oh, there's an info session for Bloom. Go to that. We'll be going into way more detail about Bloom.
Awesome. Thanks, Ivan. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks everyone for coming. And yeah, hope to see your applications and hopefully see you guys in person next quarter. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Thanks for coming, everyone.
See you guys. Katie says we have good vibes. I think that's a good thing.
I think she was talking about me.
No, me. Funny. So
Guys, stop fighting. This is
Joseph?
Oh my
this
God.
professional environment.
We literally
That was my bad, Brian. That was for